Hi friends, and welcome back to Finding Joy in Change. Hey, if this is your first time here, I'm Katy Jo Stevens. I'm a clinical therapist with a background in corporate leadership, and I'm here to offer some really simple, practical tips that can help you make a life change, big or small, in ways that keep you connected to your strengths, to what you love to do, help you discover some new stuff about yourself, and most importantly, to keep the joy in your life or to give you new joy that you haven't had for a while. It's all about being happy. So let's say you've decided to make a change and the creative juices are flowing. You've been kind of thinking more about what do you want to keep about your life? What would you like to change? What are some wants that you haven't let yourself think about for a while? What are some steps you need to take? You're really into this process. You might have shared this with a few people that you trust, and all of a sudden you're getting a bunch of questions from family, from friends, from people that have your best interests at heart. This can be a very vulnerable time when you've decided to change your life because you're probably asking yourself some of those questions. Am I ready? Can I do this? Is the timing right? Do I have all the information you need? So when you start being asked these questions, let's say you're at a family party or at a gathering of friends, wherever that might be, and you start getting these questions, it's like they got together with your inner critic and made a list of, questions to pummel you with when they got you alone or something. It can be very challenging. Your first response might be to defend yourself, explain yourself, assure them that everything's going to be fine. Well, I want to give you a couple of tips to think about this a little bit differently and to respond differently than you might otherwise. Keep in mind that when you change, it has a ripple effect. So everyone around you shifts just a little bit. Your relationships just rumble. Maybe the conversation changes. Maybe the frequency that you can meet with them changes. Maybe they sense that something in you is different and it could tweak something in them. It might put a mirror up to your friends or family that asks them about their own change. Maybe there's something in their life they want to change, but they haven't quite yet had the prompt to do it or the courage to do it. And, so they're feeling a little bit vulnerable too. Just go into the situation with some compassion, knowing that change is change and it can be hard. I've hardly seen any change that is just boom, crystal smooth. It rattles things, it rattles you, it rattles people around you. Be aware of that. So in this setting, you might be asked a lot of questions to get specific and to explain, and you might feel the anxiety rising in you. And wanting to do just that so that you can, answer the questions and get them off your back once and for all. I would suggest that you just be quiet. Just be aware of your breathing. Just let them talk. Let them express whatever concerns they have. One of the concerns that they're probably not expressing is that they might lose you somehow. And they might need assurance that they're still important in your life. Keep that in the back of your mind, even as you're feeling defensive. Once their questions have stopped and there's a break in the conversation, consider responding something like this. Well, I can tell you guys have given this a lot of thought, and I know that you care about me, so, I appreciate you caring enough to be straight with me about your concerns and about your suggestions. There's a lot of stuff I'm still working through too, and I know that because you care about me, I can come to you if I need advice and want your input in the future. So thanks for that. Now, this communicates several different things. It lets them know that you did not ask for their advice at this time. It lets them know that you care about them and that they care about you. It lets them know that if you do have questions and need their advice in the future, you will come to them And it sets a boundary to say, I'm not prepared to spill all of the information I have out to all of you right now to try to make you feel better. I'm still working through this. Chances are there'll still be a little bit of a silence after you respond something like this in your own words. It's a wonderful opportunity for you to then say something like, hey, do you mind if we shift the conversation a little bit? How are you guys doing? What's new in your life? How are the kids? You know, whatever question that is authentic about your friends, to shift the focus off you. Just gently says, I'm kind of done talking about this for a minute. Could we shift the focus of the conversation? I've never had that not work, because people want to stay close to you. They want that relationship, and it keeps you engaged and caring to simply shift the focus onto them. So here's the thing. You have every right to do this change exactly as you want. This is your change. It is your life. It is up to you to decide when and how and with whom you share information. Again, respect yourself enough to realize that there'll be some vulnerability involved. And don't be afraid to set a little bit of a boundary. The thing I have seen people do that I would caution you against is to end friendships and to stop talking to family members because the discomfort got so high, and because the questions might have been interpreted as negativity or a lack of caring, and the need was felt to cut those people out of your life. You don't have to do that. Just take charge of your own life. It's part of getting aware. It's part of waking up, and it's part of keeping those relationships, because you will need them and you want them. Thanks for joining me today, and good luck with these conversations. I know you can handle it with grace, with compassion, and with love for the people in your life. I'll be back again soon with another video of tips for change that help you find joy in change. It can be done. In the meantime, take great care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye.